When SwiftUI was first announced in WWDC 2019, we were all pretty excited about that. And then the next week, we went back to work and realized, well, we can't use SwiftUI right now because we support and develop a UIKit app. Later, Apple came out with more cool SwiftUI stuff. And then we went back to work and we realized we can't use it right now because we have a UIKit application that we're developing and supporting. Meanwhile, you're seeing all this cool SwiftUI content come out about how developers are building an entire app with 10 lines of SwiftUI code. Okay, maybe not 10 lines of SwiftUI code, but it all makes you feel kind of left out and possibly that you're being left behind when something cool is happening. And then you go back to work and you support and develop your UIKit application. And then you might start feeling a little antagonistic against all those stupid SwiftUI developers and why should you learn SwiftUI when you can do everything you want to do in UIKit? And so you go back to work and you develop and support your UIKit application. So does this sound like anything that ever happened to you? Yeah? Well, I'm Mark Moikins from Big Mountain Studio, and I'm here to tell you that you're actually not alone. This happened to a majority of iOS developers. In fact, I conducted a survey and found out most UIKit developers didn't know how to start using SwiftUI from where they are now, developing and supporting their UIKit applications. Well, this course is going to change all of that. I'm going to give you the key on how you can start using SwiftUI in your existing UIKit applications that you're developing and supporting today. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the things that you're going to learn. You're going to learn how you can transition and leverage your UIKit knowledge and apply that to SwiftUI so you can start moving along pretty quickly. And you're also going to take a look at what some of the advantages of SwiftUI are. You might be asking yourself, why should I use SwiftUI at this time? I already have a UIKit application. I'm working on a UIKit application for my current job. Why learn SwiftUI? And then you're also going to learn how you can start adding SwiftUI to your existing UIKit projects. Yes, you don't have to create a brand new application in SwiftUI to start using SwiftUI. You can start using it today inside of your existing applications. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to learn how to navigate from your existing UI view controllers to a SwiftUI view. And you're also going to learn how you can pass data from your UI view controller to the SwiftUI view. And then you're also going to learn how to pass data from your SwiftUI screen back to your UI view controller. Now, a lot of beginning SwiftUI developers have asked me, what are property wrappers and how do they work? That seems to be a point of confusion. So we're going to take a look at that and clear that up for you. And then a lot of people have also asked me, can SwiftUI handle complex UIs? Well, the answer is yes, and I'm going to show you how that works. And I think it's a lot simpler than what you're imagining too. Okay, we're also going to take a look at how to create table views and collection views in SwiftUI. Of course, they're not called table views and they're not called collection views, but SwiftUI will give you multiple ways on how you can create things that operate just like table views. And there's also multiple views that work just like collection views. And there's another situation you might run into where SwiftUI doesn't have the UIKit equivalent control to use. So if you want to use a UIKit control, what do? Well, SwiftUI does have a way to handle that, and I'm going to show you how that works. So don't get left behind. You can join the SwiftUI crowd and start integrating SwiftUI into your UIKit apps today. It's not going to take you a lot of time. I'm not going to make you develop a whole app in SwiftUI. Instead, I'm going to give you a door for you to walk through. I'm going to enable you to start a whole new journey. And where you go from there, well, that's up to you.